Hey everyone, it's a Crafty Crocheter back for another video. I have a lot to show you guys tonight. As you can see, my kid is in here with me and he is pouring up a storm. I have a ton of finished objects. I think that my last count was 21, I think. So we're gonna do whips first because there really isn't that many. I believe, I think this is episode 111, possibly. 110, 111 if I'm positive, maybe. I'm not really positive, but we'll see. Okay, so you'll see my kid, of course, because he's just driving me nuts today. He's very nosy. If I'm doing something, I can't even, this is a TMI probably, but I can't go to the bathroom by myself. Does anybody else have this problem? He's not my crochet buddy. He goes to the bathroom with me every single time. Even if I'm just going in there for 5 seconds, like to brush my hair or brush my teeth, he comes in with me and sits in there with me until I'm done. And every time I come over to my desk and he's out in the hallway, he comes in. Yep. Can't do anything without him. Okay, so let's get started. So I just started this. So we are doing whips. We'll do the finished objects last because there's a ton of them. So I just started this. This is going to be, it's a new shawl design. And like I said, I just started it. It's a flat bottom shawl again. I tend to really like those. But this is with the granny stitch and a V-stitch. And I'm just using scraps for this one. So it's in light blue, Red Heart Super Saver. It's just a scrap. I am making, you snagged my yarn. I am making another one, but I am using sweet rolls. And I am using this one. It's yellow, purple, and white. And it is called Lemon Berry Pop. And this is how much I have of it. Once I have a finished object of this design, I will do a tutorial for it. Okay. I am using a 6.5 millimeter for those two shawls. Also, I'm using the 6.5 millimeter for this one. If you follow me on Facebook, like all of my links will be in the description box below. I guess I should have started with that. So I'm just gonna, after I do my whips, then I will do all of my, which I should have started with that. But I'll tell you all of my links and stuff. So I started tying it up. Started the shawl. It is the V-stitch flat bottom shawl. And I'm using a 6.5. This is all I have left of the first cake. I only have 2 cakes. And this is what it looks like. I love the DK Colors yarn. Love it. And this color is called Petunia. It is like different shades of pink and purple, and then it has a white section that is speckled with the pinks and purple. So I don't think I'm going to have enough to make it as big as I want it. since this is one cake and that's all the bigger it is. So I have some Caron Simply Soft, and I did like a poll type thing on Facebook. I had this pretty pink color. It is soft pink. I have it, a dark purple, and a white. And you guys picked the light pink. So that is what I am going to add in the middle of it, because I know I'm not going to have enough to make a full, as big as I make my shells. It's not going to be enough. So 6.5 for that one also. And my last whip is my Great Graham's black and white blanket. And I am on a section of black. And this is the V-Stitch Ripple blanket. I've done a little bit of work on it. I want to get it done, so I'm probably going to work on that probably tomorrow. By the way, it is 5/5/2019. Today is my great-grandfather's birthday, the one that just passed away. So it's kind of a sad day for me, but I know he's in a much better place. So now I'm going to tell you all of my information. So my real name is Elizabeth. I commented on Rose Likes Crochets. She is doing a surprise giveaway, I guess. And she wanted to know, her daughter was in her podcast, and her daughter's name is Carrots. And she wanted to know, like, if your grandkids or your kids have nicknames and stuff. And since I technically do not have kids other than my cat, I told her my plethora of nicknames. And she's like, what is your real name? So my real name is Elizabeth. It's just nobody in my family calls me that unless I'm in really, really big trouble. So you can find me at A Crafty Crocheter Podcast. That is my Facebook group. You can come over there and share your projects and talk about stuff, get opinions, suggestions, anything like that. You can find me on Instagram as A Crafty Crocheter. And I'm not sure if there is underscores between A Crafty and Crocheter. If there's an underscore between them. Probably should write this stuff down, shouldn't I? And you can, so we got Facebook, Instagram. I'm not real crazy on Ravelry, so you don't need to follow me there. And if you have any questions, about anything that I, write to you or talk about on here, I do have an email set up just for this podcast. It is acraftycrocheter1991@gmail.com. So you can send me a message directly to there if you don't want to post it on here. And you can friend me on Facebook and send me messages through Facebook Messenger and stuff. So now we are on to finished objects. And like I said, there's a lot. I finished a lot of stuff, and a lot of them are big projects. I know I haven't been here for 2 weeks. Well, this is a lot, even for me, for 2 weeks, I think. So let's get started, shall we? We are going to start with the ones that I finished about 5 minutes ago, because I did finish one. I watched Rel's, that is Laurel from The Dabbling Hook. Hi, Laurel. I watched her tutorial kind of for the octopies that she makes, and I was making this 12-point star blanket, and I was kind of getting tired of it, so I decided that I was gonna make it into a lovey. So I used Rel's tutorial for her octopus. I used nail polish and made him have orange eyes because I didn't want to use pink, because even for me this is a lot of pink. You know, I like blue. Pink's not really my color, but I have a lot of these two colors, so I thought these would be really cute together. His body is made out of Never Enough. This is all made out of Never Enough from the from the brand Craft Smart. It's in the Never Enough. You can get it at Michael's for like $5 or $6. They are jumbo skeins. And it is the colorway coral, rose, and pink or something like that. And then I used a solid coral for his little tentacles. And of course I gave him a black mouth. And then the star pattern is just the 12-point star. And I just kind of sewed him on. And this is only my 14th amigurumi, which I definitely need to write him in my book. So, that is finished object number 1. Finished object number 2 is I made a little lapgan with some of my random balls or cakes of yarn. I do not know what all of these are. I do know that the blue is Royal from Impeccable. The gray is, I think, Big Twist Value or Premium in the gray colorway, I think. The yellow is Bright Yellow. And then I have some darker gray, which is like a charcoal. And then I have kind of like a jadey aqua teal colorway. And then I finished off with Impeccable, which is it's either the citron or the grass. And it was just, until I got tired of doing the colors. It is just double crochet. I wanted something really, really simple, and I didn't get bored of the stitch, I got bored of the colors. That's the reason why they're like various stitch size or blocks. So I will be making more of these in my future. Very recent future. Recent is past, right? My very near future, that's what I want to say. I finally finished my Call the Midwife blanket and serpent, which it is humongous. So right there is the bottom of it, and then it goes and goes and goes, and I want it to end on the meshy row, so it is huge. I used a 6.5 milliliter. You okay, kid? Do not throw up on my desk. If you remember Bubba, Old Man and stuff, remember how he was like a milkaholic, like chocolate milkaholic? Well, my kid, has tried chocolate milk the last couple days. Can you get your tail out of the way? Sorry. But, he doesn't really do chocolate milk very well. So, but yes, it is finally finished. Finally. And I do want to thank Kimberly again for sending me that second cake, because it really went to good use. So thank you, Kimberly. I made a couple hats. I finished all of the hats that I had started. So I finished this one. This is Impressions in the Studio, Classic Studio by Nicole or something like that. This reminds me of Monet from Red Heart Super Saver. I made a cat bed, which is not very sturdy. I made a little cat bed for my local animal shelter. I think if I make one again, I'm going to do a different pattern, because this one is like really flimsy and floppy, and I don't know how well it'll work up, how it'll keep up, or whatever that word is. This is a loom knit mat. I wanted the loom last night, and I decided to drop it on the floor. But it's glowworm and pumpkin. It's just a little mat that somebody or some animal will lay on. I finished, if you watch Joe's Web, she has been making the Rattle Bunny 2-legged, and she's been making a lot of different characters, which are so cute. So I jumped on the bandwagon, but listen, it rattles, and his ears are really fluffy. So I made him. He is made with, since I didn't know if he was going to a kid, I used buttons for the eyes instead of safety eyes. And he is used with a 3.75 millimeter hook. And he is made with coal stripes, I think, or something like that. So yeah, I made him. I finished my Candy Kisses shawl, and I used a 6.5 millimeter hook. And this is in Barcelona in the colorway Heartbeat. It has different reds and a little bit of purple. Well, depends on where you look. Like, it looks like purple, but then it looks like gray. So I finished that. That's also 6.5 if I didn't say that. I also finished my Called the Midwife baby blanket. And this was all in Bernat Baby Sport in the colorway coral, white, blue, white, green, and then I did 2 rows of white in the middle, and then I just continued it so that it is the same on both sides. And that was with a 6.5 millimeter hook also. My beautiful shell stitch thing turned into a cow because honestly I was getting tired of working on it, so I decided that it was going to be a cow. So finished that. That was with the 5.5. Now I finished more hats. This is Iced Aqua. I use a 5 millimeter hook for my my hats. This is Jelly Bean. Was a baby yarn that I got at Joann's. This is Sunrise Red Heart Super Saver. I love the colorway. This is Dusty Gray Red Heart Super Saver. This is a pet mat that I finished. It's the V-Stitch Ripple Blanket, and I have it upside down, don't I? Yes, this is the V-Stitch Ripple Blanket again, in just 3 rows of random colors. It'll be a pet blanket. And I finished a little shawl for a little girl. It is in the Pegasus colorway. It was a mandala corn. It did not have the teal in it. So I finished all of those. I have one finished object that does not have the ends woven in, and that is an angel. This is made using Mainstays in the purple colorway. As you can see, I usually do weave my ends in, but it did not on that one. Okay, another hat. This is Aqua and Impeccable. This I think is Gray from Impeccable. This is Royal from Impeccable. This is Charcoal Impeccable. And this is Grass Impeccable. Because you know I need a lot of hats. And this is Cream from Mainstays. And I made another little pet mat. Am I showing you the right side? Yeah, I think. I used a 6.5 for this also. It's just a solid granny square. And my last 2 finished objects are of my own design. And they are the V-Stitch flat bottom shell. And here is this one. This one is in light blue and white and a tan color for the border. I just did a half double crochet. It's not really that big. So I made that one. And the one that I am most proud about is this last one. This is my last finished object. And it is made with Impeccable in the colorway Falling Leaves. Look how that freaking patterned. All the way to the top. Isn't that freaking awesome? Whoops. Look at that. That was not meant to do that. At least I did not do that on purpose. It is humongous. I used 4 balls of Impeccable. I basically used everything that I had. And as you can see, it has a flat bottom. So now my bag is empty. So that is all of my finished objects, my whips, and some admin stuff. I do want to say that having that many whips or finished objects is pretty awesome. I think when I told my boyfriend how many whips I had, because he asked me what I was doing, and I said, starting a new project. He's like, wait a minute, I thought you weren't supposed to start any new projects until you finish something. I said, I finished 20 projects in 2 weeks. He's like, okay, yeah, you can start stuff then. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. So, now I have to start more projects because I finished everything. and I have to go through my book to figure out what I'm gonna work on. I think I want to work on amigurumis because I really liked working on that little that little octopi. The only thing is I've never done a popcorn stitch before, so that was a little tedious for me because I used a treble crochet instead of a double crochet. And like I said, I've never done a popcorn stitch, and now that I have, I do like popcorn stitches for the tentacles because, you know, last year I had like this crazy fetish with freaking octopi. I made like almost 100 of them, and I donated a lot of them. Actually, I donated them, all of them, I think, to the hospital and to the church. And I think I definitely like Rel's better because those curlicues were a pain. And if I can make more of the ones that Rel made, I think I'm gonna do that because the pattern itself was very, very easy to do. And like I said, I didn't have to watch your video more than once when you did the little legs. But I definitely like had to rip it out once. I had like 7 tentacles done, and I had 1 tentacle left, and I had like 15 stitches. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And I was only putting 2 single crochets in, and then slip stitching the 3rd one instead of doing 3 single crochets and slip stitching the 4th one. And then after I figured that out, I had to rip it all out and do it over again, which, yeah, okay, so that is it for tonight. I am going to go, and I will see everybody. I'm going to try to link everything below, which is a lot. I don't even know what all I'm gonna link. I'll link stuff. So hopefully, like I said, I have a lot. So I'm gonna get started on that, and I will see you guys hopefully Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. Hopefully it's not gonna be 2 weeks again like it was this time. So I will see everybody, and hope you guys have a great week. It is Monday tomorrow. So hope everybody has a great work week, and keep Dana from Tabitha's Treasures in your prayer. She is having a rough time with health issues. And keep Randy in your thoughts and prayers. She just had surgery. So and Kayla from Llama Mama, my heart goes out to you, girl. I know exactly what you were going through. I'm not going to go into details. It's not my story. But just know, I know exactly what you're going through, girl. And it does not get any easier. So, it will in time, though. But after each one, it'll never get easier. It still hurts today, even though we lost our last, one several years ago. But, just like I don't know what I'm gonna do when my kid finally goes, so. But just know that you're in my thoughts and my prayers, and we'll get through this. It's hard right now, and, by the way, I loved your cats. I loved your cats. I don't know how you make such adorable loom knit animals. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I know I can crochet an animal, but to take a loom and do that and do stuffed animals like that just blows my mind. Okay, I will let you guys go. Keep Dana, Randy, and Kayla in your thoughts and prayers. And I will talk to everybody again this weekend. Bye.